Hey, Inspire team. My name is Sabrina Diaz. I'm an Emerald Ambassador. And tonight we are going to do a recap of one of my absolute favorite events that we have every single year. We just got back from Ruby Retreat. It was in the beautiful mountains of Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And why I am just so I don't know. I'm just so excited about this type of trip because it is so warm. It is so intimate. You really get to learn on these retreats. Not that you don't get, education in other events and activities that we do, but this is so intimate that you can have one-on-one conversations with top leaders of this company, especially the ones on our team. This it's just such a beautiful gift. Why is Plexus different? You're not going to get this type of retreat, this type of community. You're not going to get this type of leadership in most companies. This company, this team pours into you from the bottom of their hearts. This is the absolute best training that you are going to get. And if you're going to be successful in network marketing, you're going to be successful here. It's not greener on the other side. Right here is where it's all at. You have top training, top leaders, top community, top CEOs. Like, this is the best company in the industry. Stop looking. Don't look side to side. You have found it. So just do the things. Just do the things that we came here to do. So we've had a ton of training, and I didn't want to go on about my favorite things because I wanted to expand it with some of my beautiful friends, some of that I just met on this retreat, and I wanted them to talk about their experience. So we are going to start with my level one. Her name is Kristen Garafa, and she is going to tell you her biggest takeaways from Ruby Retreat. Take it away, Chris.
Thanks, Sabrina. Hi, everybody. So this is my second Ruby retreat, and I was just so blessed by the experience the first time and even more so the second time. So the takeaways were endless, but I know I have a short amount of time to talk. But for me, obviously, community is number one. Like Sabrina touched on, just getting out from behind the screen and into each other's physical presence is just on a whole nother level. The training that stood out to me the most actually came from Sally. It just really resonated with me and made me connect, and also Jamie's as well. And what it reminded me of is just took us back to our why, how that why changes over time, and just really getting down to what's your why right now. Especially if you've been here for a while, it's just so important to reconnect with that emotionally. And I absolutely did. And for me, it just boiled down to options. I just really learned that this company, this business model has the ability to give us options. And for me, myself personally, options to have the better groceries, the best therapists for my kids, the gifts that I want to give, the tithes I want to tithe at church, like the option to do so, not just that my heart wants to do it, but that um, that I have the ability to do it through this. And with Jamie's, I really love that she took us through a personal interaction with two of her downline, Emily and Leah, and how that looked and how she didn't just kind of take her foot off the gas and she leaned in, and the fact that they were resistant to it. So it just really normalized so much of what all of us might be experiencing. And then it happens, it happens. It happened to us all. And look at them now. She would have just given up. But the key point to their experience was the fact that she casted really big vision financially. And that was the turning point for actually both of them. That it wasn't just so much, hey, you could get your products paid for, like nonchalant, that'd be cool. It was like, how about a couple of thousand? Like, what would that do? Like, this could be a real, true life change for you. And that's what grabbed them. And that was a huge takeaway for me is from the get-go, just not to minimize what we have here and the opportunity, but lean in big, because for somebody it might not be worth their time or energy for a couple of $100, but if it could be a couple of thousand a month or residual income or things of, larger nature, that they're more likely to lean in. And look at them now, they're, both emeralds. And so it just really spoke to me that, leaning in big, casting that vision, connecting with your more current why and our community, it's where it's at.
Thank you so much, Chris. And yes, guys, with this Christmas cash, this is the perfect time to take exactly what Kristen just said. Speak life into people. You are breathing relief into people when they know that a substantial amount of money is coming back to them. So, moving forward, I am going to introduce Vicky. Where's she at? Vicky, if you can give us your biggest takeaways.
Okay, so you just said speak life into people. That is what happened for me there. This team, this community, I know God brought me here for a reason, and that is for this community. Um, I obviously, you pretty much everybody knows that I love people. And so I love to speak life into people, but this just spoke life into me. And it was the biggest, hugest event that I have been to as far as that goes, because it was so small, it was so intimate. And I got to speak to every single person there and hug most everybody there. And so I think if you have not been to Ruby's Retreat, and let me say, I feel very, very blessed to have been asked. And it is, yeah, just a huge blessing for me to have been asked. But I think that we want to try and get more people there so that we can breathe that life into other people. Because we had late night talks that we shared some I had a friend share some very intimate things with me that wouldn't have happened on a bigger scale. And so just being part of a community like this, God knew that I needed this. And so I can't imagine any other community being part of another community that's better than this. I've been part of other communities, MLMs, Mary Kay, different things. And I have never, ever, ever experienced a community like this. And I guess the biggest part of it reason is because the the believing part of it. They have a faith, they have a walk with the Lord, they love Jesus. And that is huge when you are spending time with people like we spend time with. So that is just something that stuck out to me, that I really want to reach out to people and bring them in so that they can experience that community also. But the teaching was top notch. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that they poured so much into us about vision, because I wasn't one that, really thought a lot about vision. And I don't think I'm still the greatest about casting vision. And so that was huge in training us on casting vision. And it was super fun. We got to do vision journals and so we took pictures, cut them out, and put them on the journal. And then everybody signed everybody's. And that was super fun to do for other people, but it was amazing how life-giving that is too. So this community is just the best about sharing Jesus and giving life to others. So I can't stress enough how much you want to try to get there.
Thank you, Vicky. That means so much. And that yellow looks very pretty on you.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So next we're going to be hearing from Kaylin.
Hi. So I have never actually spoken on team call before, so this is a first for me. You all know that I'm pretty shy and have a lot of anxiety, so I have everything a little bit scripted here on my phone. Um, so I just want to say that it was an incredible few days with everyone, and it was just an honor to be asked as being only a senior silver to come to Ruby Retreat. So I was definitely not expecting that. And it was just such a blessing to meet so many other women. And like Sabrina and I got to kind of connect over certain things. And I got to see that I'm not alone and that I do belong with this company. And I belonged with all the women who were there, even if my rank was lower. Rank doesn't actually matter in Plexus. It's just if you have heart and soul, um, then you belong. So I had a hard time at first, feeling like I belong there, but I was able to, after talking to Sabrina and several other people, I found out that I was in the right place. So just, I love the passion, the faith and dedication that everyone has to this company and to each other. And I loved spending time with other people, getting to know them, having conversations, sharing stories and laughter, and to be surrounded by godly women. And what really stuck out to me was that we're not here to sell, we're here to serve and bless other people. So Plexus is not about selling products. We're not here just to make that sale. We're here to help other people, to change lives, and to minister through the Lord with our products. So I came home refreshed, inspired, and very grateful. And I just want to say thank you again to everyone who made me feel so welcome. And it was great to get to know everyone.
I just love hearing your voice on here. I am so proud of you. This is not easy, guys. And when you are asked one day, you will feel the pulsing in your neck and the nausea coming. And I'll tell you, she just knocked it out of the park. I was not that collected my first time I was asked to be on team call. So I am so honored to have you speak tonight. Thank you so much for your word.
Thanks for having me.
All right, guys. Next we have Christine. You can speak up.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so the thing you just said, Sabrina, about okay, all I know is my heart's really beating very hard right now. So, um I did like Kaylin, even though I normally will just welcome an opportunity to talk. I wanted to make sure I bullet pointed so that I wouldn't talk on and on forever, because I could do that, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stick to my script. And I think I would just title my whole experience as discovering that this is a real place to belong. When I was first invited, I was, again, similar to what the others have shared, to what Vicki and Kaylin said. Um, Being invited was like, oh, wow. I mean, it was very surprising, and I was delighted. And so I carried this anticipation before even leaving, and then had to fight off voices that said I didn't belong and shouldn't go. And but I already paid, so couldn't back out. So I had high expectation, like anticipation, like wondering what might come of it. But then I also had uncertainty and concern. The uncertainty about fitting in, like, will I fit in? And the concern that that I kind of like am an imposter, because for the 2 solid months leading up to it, I did absolutely nothing. I mean, nothing. So I was really nervous about that I did nothing. And so why am I even going? So that was my pre-feelings. And then, walking, just getting there early on, adjusting, relaxing, making myself at home in such a great house, um, loving that I could have a queen bed all to myself, not shared with anybody or my husband. I like to spread out on beds. And then to get up in the morning to the views, because we drove in, Becky and I, when it was dark, so we didn't see anything. So to just wake up and after working out, to just watch the sunrise and get pictures of the sunrise, just spectacular to me. Again, the planning and the selection that you all go to conceive of where these events should take place is just spot on and amazing. And then the sunrise and the sweet sisters, I wrote down Geraldine, my workout buddy. Geraldine, obviously an early morning workout warrior like me, so she was like the first person I met waking up to work out. And then Sabrina, very helpful when I was trying to wrap my brain around the agenda for breakfast and all the things. And she just assured me that the rhythm was easygoing. So that was just, again, just more of the same, helping me to be relaxed. And then Vicky welcoming, just a wonderful greeting with her, warm morning greeting. We had a nice conversation right out of the gate. So I just felt comfortable, right early on. I felt comfortable being me and being allowed to be me, even though sometimes I don't even know if I know who me is. I tend to hide. If you all want to know the truth, I tend to hide behind my workout because it's easy. It's just an easy routine that I can fall into and feel like I'm in control and in my comfort zone. As we went on, in the middle of it all, it was really the vision that stood out to me, and just the clarity of gaining vision for all of this. First of all, that I was allowed to be in the presence of, in this intimate setting with such prominent Plexus leaders, Jules. Yeah, I was in Mary Kay before, and I never even came close to being in a room for a split second with anybody who was prominent in there. And so to be there gave me this vision of, wow, could I possibly be this one day? And believing little by little that I could, over and over again, being inspired and hopeful as each beautiful woman shared tips and tools and their dream casting. And I was struck and just admiring the bond, the real close bond of all y'all. And like saying and seeing like, okay, I will have those bonds one day, because as Becky shared with me, honestly, when I asked her an honest question, I guess I tend to push people away. And so I get to explore why I do that, and put up walls instead of letting people in. So seeing how you all are bonded and connected was just beautiful. So by the end of the whole thing, it was really heart growth for me, that I began catching the vision and the belief that I could love people the same way that these amazing women were pouring into me and every other woman, and that we can all be on mission, bringing hope and happiness to the world that needs it.
Thank you so much, Christine. And if you were nervous, you didn't show it, not one bit. You're a natural. All right. We have Rochelle. You here, baby doll?
I sure am. Oh, gosh, like, what can I add to all of that, right? Like, it's everyone, you guys did a great job. I hate always being last on these, but the first thing that I felt when I arrived was just humble gratitude. Like, you, the diamonds, the jewels, put so much time and effort into putting this on for us, right? Like, for me, like for all of us. And I'm like, wow, they really do believe in me. Like, this is, they're pouring into me. They're pouring into you. They're pouring into everyone. They believe in you. Like, that was so humbling to me. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to let them down. I hope I do good after this. Like, like you just are like, oh my gosh, they put so much time and effort into this, and really poured into it. And I was just very, very, very grateful for that. So thank you from the bottom of my heart with that. The relationships, like everyone said, I mean, every single woman there is just there for each other. Like, we are here to uplift one another. We are here to link arms together. I am so grateful to have been able to hug everybody and just to get to know everyone. Even sitting on the couch by the fire one night, Sabrina, you were talking about your sweet daughter, and you were a little hesitant about some things, and we're just like, oh girl, we got you. Like, no worries. And you're like, oh, that's what I love about this. Like, there's no like you can be open with one another. You don't have to hide anything. And that's just such a beautiful thing to have because we don't always have that, especially as women. We don't always have that safe place. The big thing about outside of the community that I got was let's just be bold. Let's be bold about the business. Let's be bold about what Plexus has to offer. Like this business is a gift. It is a true gift to give. It has blessed each and every one of our lives financially, with the community, with multiple things. We don't know who's struggling out there. So stop playing small. Like go out there, offer this gift to people. You don't know whose life this could change. It could completely change the trajectory of somebody's life. And we have heard this multiple times in Leaders Retreat from different people and how it has affected their life. Be bold about network marketing. We had to do that recording of, my name is Rochelle Furman. I'm a professional network marketer. Just get that out, be bold, be proud of that, and then share it. Yeah, it's my husband and I this past year, we have really come to understand like how we can take our lives and like create the life that we want. We have the power to change and to grow. And Plexus is one of the vehicles that are allowing us to do that. And we can offer that as a vehicle to somebody else to take control of their life and help them create the life that they want as well.
Amazing, Rochelle. Thank you so much for all of your words. Just sitting there talking on the back porch was just such an amazing time, guys. So what we're gonna do and what I'm gonna say to leave you is stop playing small. We have so many opportunities and events coming up that I am going to challenge you to sign up for them, to register for them. So first and foremost, we need to register for a convention. Convention is where leaders are made. Get to convention. It is a non-negotiable when it comes to your business. If you're not there, you're not growing. Okay, you can register now, figure out the plans later. It is not until June, but it is a must. And I mean a must. Every diamond in Plexus goes to convention. So if you aspire to be a diamond one day and get to the top of this company, be there. We also have Super Saturday that is coming, and we also have our Inspire Team Retreat, as well as Cancun. So these are events, but the ones that you are going to learn, step out, be bold in your business, Super Saturday, convention, Inspire Team Retreat. So I hope to see you all there. Thank you so much for jumping on. Get to events. Good night, guys.